And welcome back to Robot Khaos Season 7. A whole new season of chaos and carnage is here. Last season, Ocean Man survived the tournament, took home the gold, and completed a perfect season. But this year, the bots are back with a vengeance, hitting even harder, and are just, quite frankly, much better. So let's see if Ocean Man can keep their title. Let's see who can surprise us, and who can come out on top.
This is going to be an action-packed season. 42 robots, most we've ever had. More episodes, more fights. Let's look at this first fight card as it's revealed now. 3, 2, 1. First fight, let's go.
Huge shot over by the corner. A very fast-paced fight so far.
Easy grab there for Loki.
Already a nice flip there, too.
Good flip. Ooh, there was a good first flip. Big engagement
shot
there.
Well, oh shoot! Wow, that was insane. I dropped the dumbbell on my foot.
That is actually true.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Robot Khaos Season 7. A whole new season of chaos and carnage is here. Last season, Ocean Man survived the tournament, took home the gold, and completed a perfect season. But this year, the bots are back with a vengeance, hitting even harder, and are just, quite frankly, much better. So let's see if Ocean Man can keep their title. Let's see who can surprise us, and who can come out on top.
Yes, thank you very much, my good friend filming buddy. This is going to be an action-packed season. 42 robots, most we've ever had. More episodes, more fights. Let's look at this first fight card as it's revealed now. Hypershock taking on Mad Catter in the first fight of the season, followed by Monstrosity taking on Tornado. Then we see Upstart Bot Loki take on Topbot, followed by Big Spinner Hive Smash against Big Spinner Seizure, then Death by the Hit against Ramplant in a Norwalk Havoc battle, Lola Man taking on Enforcer. And following that, we have the main event with Ocean Man, the reigning champion, against Upstart Bot Warbird X from Hummelbots, a very dangerous metal spinner. But let's get into that first match.
First match, we have Hypershock, a new robot this season, just a stock hex bug, but man does it hit hard. It drives well. It's going to be interesting to see how it adapts to this arena, and how it can take on its opponent, but looking really solid, a preseason favorite in my opinion.
I think that's definitely a fair thing to say. They're a very powerful robot with that strong drive. It's going to be interesting to see how they tackle with their opponent, but with that low front, they can definitely do a lot of damage, and we'll have to see how they do in their first fight here.
And then, of course, Mad Catter. Now, not new to this whole Robot Khaos thing. Not one of the best robots, but definitely can cause some upsets. We have seen it hit pretty strong, and that spinner is beefed up for this year.
It's definitely an improved design. We'll have to see what trouble they can give Hypershock in this one. If they can get under and rip off that wedge, they can definitely control this ground game. But with that said, let's go down to the match and see who can take this one. Winner starts 1-0. Let's get into this first match. We see both robots getting ready. 3, 2, 1. The fight begins. Both robots coming out of their squares. Ooh!
Already a nice hit with that spinner, and as I said, that spinner on Hypershock is no joke, and so is that drive. I mean, it looks like they're just able to pick apart Mad Catter so far and just get to that back with that amazing drive.
That's an incredible hit so far, and right now they're trying to get around, do some damage to those wheels. Mad Catter not having it, trying to get around and get some good pushes. Hypershock trying to get around them, but not able to do so right now.
Mad Catter able to knock off a little bit off the back of Hypershock, and a huge shot over by the corner.
What a shot! Hypershock flipping them over. Mad Catter, I think that's going to be it for them. No self-righting mechanism. The countdown in the corner starts new for this season. 5, 4, 3. There's no getting out of there. Mad Catter finished.
What an insanely dominant performance by this rookie robot. I mean, I thought they were a preseason favorite, but now I think they might be able to go all the way.
That was an incredible first performance. The drive working amazingly. Hypershock with that incredible speed and that weapon power, easily able to get around and counter whatever Mad Catter tried to do. There was one brief moment where Mad Catter got a good push, but Hypershock was just like, bye-bye.
Yeah, it just insanely, it was just amazing. Hypershock able to capitalize on Mad Catter basically in every position and just able to dominate that fight.
Second season of Robot Khaos for Tornado. Last season they only went 1-2, and they got a good victory over Behemoth in their first fight, but they definitely are going to have to pick up the pace this season. No real changes in their design. It'll be interesting to see how it does. No wedge, of course, but they do have that good push.
Yeah, definitely. Very powerful drivetrain. They're going to need to capitalize on it in this fight. If they're going to want to get any sort of momentum going for this season, you definitely want to start 1-0.
Definitely. But going over to their opponent in the other square, you got Monstrosity, a very powerful spinner from explosive hits. It has a pretty fearsome weapon on there. No wedge once again, but they do have some good speed, although could be a bit uncontrollable in this one.
Yeah, untested rookie, so it's going to be interesting to see how they adapt to Robot Khaos. They had some trouble getting their bot built in the first place, but they're able to make it here, and it's going to be interesting to see how that spinner can engage with a bot like Tornado.
Yep, let's go down and see which bot here can start 1-0. Both bots getting ready, and the fight kicks off. Both coming out of their squares looking for some good engagement. There's a nice little shot.
Nice little love tap there.
Yeah, Monstrosity trying to get that spinner calculated for the shot. It is very dangerous, but they definitely do have to look. Ooh, there's a nice little swings there.
Yeah, some nice little hits from Monstrosity. Nothing huge, but that spinner does look incredibly intimidating. But a nice push into the wall by Tornado. And you don't want that if you're Monstrosity. You don't want to be hitting your spinner into the walls. Might break, but it seems to be fine now.
Yeah, Monstrosity, I don't think they really have the advantage here in the drive. Definitely in the weapon, because let's be honest, that spinner on Tornado is basically just there to be funny. And right now, they're doing pretty good controlling and pushing them around. The pit is now open. Be interesting to see who can take advantage of it.
A very fast-paced fight so far. Both robots seem a bit uncontrollable. You definitely want to be careful, though, with a bot like Tornado with that pit open. Tornado just has insanely powerful push, so you really want to be careful if you're Monstrosity to not get yourself in any bad situations.
Yeah, definitely. Monstrosity turning around. Whoa!
And right into the pit, like I said.
Skidding around. It looked like it was on ice there. I don't even know what happened.
Just too fast.
Too fast? Look, they were starting the match pretty well. They got a few nice hits at the start, but in the end, Tornado started getting some good pushes to counter, and it was pretty even up until that point that just lost control there.
Yeah, just a little bit too aggressive in your Monstrosity. Not a bad showing, but against a bot like Tornado, you really wanted to come out with the W there, and just a bit of bad driving in the end of that fight. It wasn't even a Tornado push.
Just skidding on ice, going into the pit. Tornado starting their season 1-0. Not the most convincing win, but a win nonetheless.
Solid start. Very impressive last season.
Yeah.
4-1 the record.
2 seed?
Yeah, 2 seed in the tournament. Very impressive. Undefeated regular season. But they're going to have a test here with Loki, which is one of the best looking rookies we've seen.
Yeah, Loki's definitely going to be an interesting matchup for them. They won't be able to win the ground game, but they're definitely going to have to do some damage and try to target those claws. See what they can do in this match.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that spinner fares against Loki. As we were saying, one of the most impressive looking rookies out here. I mean, a great grabber. I mean, it's been showcased, but again, it's a rookie, so it's going to be interesting to see how they go up against a veteran like Topbot, who's 4-1 in Robot Khaos.
It's really interesting to see how the rookies fare against some pretty veteran competition here. I think Loki has a very solid combination with its wedge and grappler, and of course its drive. But of course, we're going to have to see how they can tackle the spot.
And the robots are off. Here comes Topbot spinning up that spinner in the center of the arena, but a nice push by Loki and a grab already.
That was a quick and easy grab there from Loki, and look at that. The effectiveness on that grabber on full display, making Pizza Time's grabber look basically useless, which to be fair it is. But that was a great first assault, and they're continuing. That disc, not able to do much so far.
Definitely not where you want to be for Topbot.
Yeah, Topbot still just, you can't win the ground game, can't really win the push game. You got to get some clever shots in there if you want to score points. And that
already a nice shot, and Loki's claws are down. One of them, at least.
Yep, there goes one of those claws. We'll have to see how they fare now. It doesn't look like it's changing much, so still would get a nice bite.
Already an incredibly nice bite on that spinner. Definitely have full control of Topbot right now.
Yes, Topbot really just not able to do a whole lot right now. Even when the spinner's active, it seems like Loki's just kind of shrugging them off. They lost one of those claws, though, and if they lose another, it could give them issues. But right now...
Some incredible shots over by the screws.
Yeah, right now, just nothing Topbot can really do. They're at the full mercy of the claw of Loki, and Loki letting them go. That's another thing about that claw, is once it fires, it's not in a very favorable position, so they have to time their grabs right, but right now they're having no issues.
Yeah, with that pit being open, it seems like Loki just really wants to get Topbot in there, and then this might be their opportunity right here.
This is a great grab right here by Loki. Loki pushing them near the shelf, and now they're trying to push them towards the pit.
And it looks like, are they just going to knock him in?
And
right in they go, wow. What a dominant performance by Loki, the rookie.
That was an incredible performance for a rookie bot right there. Absolute domination.
I mean, that grappler worked to perfect effect in that fight. Just, that's exactly what you want to see with a different type of weapon system. We don't see this very often in Robot Chaos. What an impressive showing from the rookie.
That was complete and total domination. The only real moment was when that claw was taken off, but other than that, nothing they could do. Loki in full control. Absolute domination to start their season. They are definitely about to look out for this season, no doubt about that.
Yeah, and great drive from the rookie roller. Just lightly dropping Topbot into the pit. Look at this. Wow. That's insane.
So, complete control, absolute domination. Wonderful win for the rookie right there. A bot returning to Robot Chaos after a bit of a stint is Seizure, this powerful disc spinner. They haven't been back since, I think, Season 2, but they're looking to do some damage here. They did pretty good in the Ultimate Throwdown last year. Looking to do some damage here. Definitely a pretty solid weapon.
Yeah, one of my favorite robots to watch used to be Seizure, at least. Similar style weapon, just 3D printed blade this time. And they're going to look to take on Hive Smashing, who looks insanely good early on for a rookie.
Yeah, if you look at Hive Smashing, it's another one of these tombstone mods, and we haven't really seen them do very good in the past. You had Warby Blade last season, losing record. Buzzkill didn't do very good with the tombstone chassis. We have to see what's going to set this one apart from those two and prove that it's a real threat this season.
Yeah, I mean, the weapon is more powerful than in previous years than other tombstone mods, but this one, the Norwalk bot, looks to seek some vengeance. Looks to, knock out Seizure in this fight, so let's see how it goes.
And here we go, the two spinners spinning up. Hopefully we'll see some big hits in this one. And ooh, already a few collisions.
Ooh, and a nice spin around by Seizure. That weapon's still going, though. Both weapons at full power right now.
Both Seizure taking a spin, and no!
There it goes.
There goes the weapon. Now it is just a colorful box.
All right, here comes Hive Smashing. Yeah, knocking around Seizure.
Well, we were wondering what set this bot apart from other tombstone mods.
Just an insane amount of power in that blade right now, and it looks like Hive Smashing might be one of the most hard-hitting bots this season, rivaling Blindside.
And their drive is now suffering massive hit on that wheel.
And just another nice swing around to the side. Seizure's hardly moving in this fight.
Seizure looks like a debilitated chicken right now.
I mean,
stuck near the pit.
The rookies are coming out in force in this episode.
The rookies really piling
really out for blood, and why not? Why not just end it all right there if you're Seizure? An incredible performance by Hive Smashing. Wow. That was insane.
I don't think that could have gone any worse for Seizure.
Yeah, definitely. Seizure just didn't look like they ever had anything going. That weapon still suffers from the same issue it used to in seasons past. Just pops off, comes off way too easily. Hive Smashing just able to smash into the side of them, do what it does best, swing around, some interesting driving, and just knocking into
right there. That was probably one of the biggest hits we have seen this season so far. Yeah, the biggest hit we've seen this season so far. It just started, but that was a massive win there.
Massive blow. Just incredible, and Hive Smashing already looking very good.
Replacing Spirit of Taiwan representing Penguin this season is Death by the Hexbug, a Hexbug version of Death by the Hit. Pretty solid robot. It's got a pretty decent weapon overall, pretty solid. Pretty high weapon though, which could give him a few issues, but in the end, we'll see how this robot does this season. Because
yeah, I mean, definitely no standout rookie. They look solid though. They look like they can definitely take it to some robots, and the robot they're going to try and take it to in their first fight is Ramplan.
Yeah, Ramplan. Definitely a pretty difficult opponent to face in their first fight, but they have Ramplan itself a very solid robot. They have a new wedge this season to help combat their issue of not very low ground in the past. Still that same effectiveness. I think this definitely has a pretty solid chance to get some good wins this season. We'll have to see how they do here against Death by the Hit. They can't self-right, so we'll have to see how they do.
Yeah, Ramplan made the tournament last year, and they're hoping to repeat again and maybe even go farther. Let's see how it plays out down in the box.
And getting right to the box right now. There we go. Let's see how these two robots do. Looking pretty good start there for Ramplan, getting right underneath, trying to use that fork, which it's a great effect. It's there for fun. And there's a good ram there, though, getting them near that back, trying to get them on the shelf. The shelf is a grisly place. You don't want to get stuck up there.
Yeah, especially Ramplan hoping to use the shelf to its advantage. And
there goes a wheel
coming off of the back. That might be a huge advantage for Death by the Hit.
Yeah, Death by the Hit looking for that opening. I'm not going to call it Death by the Hexplode because that's
a stupid name.
Death by the Hit getting in some good rams, some good hits.
Ramplan's drive, seems to be struggling without that wheel in the back. And are they done?
Looks like they're dead. No life from that robot.
They are dead by the hit.
There goes Dead by the Hit. That is true. Look at them. Not able to do much opening the pit, but Death by the Hit getting a pretty grisly win there.
Yeah, a solid W against a tournament bot last year, but not sure what they really did.
Yeah, they did what they needed to do, which was they outlasted them. They got ledged quite a bit, but Ramplan, once they spun around, they lost that wheel. Something just quit inside that robot, and in the end, no life. Bye-bye.
Yeah, not a whole lot of engagement from that spinner on Death by the Hit, but a W is a W. They were able to hit Ramplan, and
they got the win.
Ramplan
not a
takes
great
nap.
win, but there you go, Penguin. Next up, we have Lola Man. This robot made it to the semifinals last season.
Yeah, just a solid robot all around. Very low, very manly.
Definitely pretty low. It's quite low.
It's not one of the more interesting robots to watch, that's for sure, but it does what it needs to do to win fights, and it's just going to push you around and bully you around, so they're looking to repeat the success they had last year, and that starts against Enforcer.
And getting to Enforcer, last season they ended getting absolutely bullied by whoever was Blindside, looking for a bit of a better go-around this time. Haven't been able to get back to that level where they made the championship in Season 4, but a good start here against Lola Man, but they'll have to win the wedge game and the driving game.
Yeah, definitely. Enforcer, 5-11, Robot Khaos veteran, really. If I'm not mistaken, they've been in almost every single season, and they're going to have a big test tonight against Lola Man. They're very low, so let's see if they can get under them.
And the matchup kicks off between these two robots with kind of at least one weapon. If you
at least one.
And there's a good opening few pushes by both of them. Lola Man trying to dictate the low.
Yeah, Lola Man just really going to be boring in this fight. That's what they do best. They're similar to Snowblind in that way, but just not able to do a whole lot.
And neither is Enforcer, who is not moving.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. They got some movement, and now they're trying to get around the edge. I don't even know if their hammer can swing low enough to do damage. Let's be up.
Yeah, they might have to get under Lola Man in order to do some damage on that. But yeah, Enforcer firing up that hammer, showing that they're not very scared of the front of Lola Man, because Lola Man not able to do much when they push around Enforcer. Some nice solid shots on the front of
There's some
Lola Man.
Great little shots there, looking around, trying to get that opening. But as of right now, seems like
a nice ramp. Oh, and Lola Man over the pit, and he's in. Wow.
They fell for a brilliant maneuver there.
I don't think that was intentional at all.
I don't know. So let's go through. Well, not much really happened. It was mostly just little subtle pushes, but not much happening. Kind of like an Iowa game.
Yeah, very very plain fight. Just like an Iowa game. Just, both bots very defensive minded.
Just like an Iowa game.
Just pushing each other around, provoking each other a little bit, and then Enforcer just drives close to the pit, and Lola Man thinks it's a good idea to get close to the sun.
And they try to classic bait and switch there by Enforcer. They win?
They won. It's a win. 1-0 Enforcer.
Good for them. Possibly one of the most dominant bots in Robot Khaos, winners of last season, a threat to all other robots who stand in its way. Of course, it's Ocean Man. Their resume needs no introduction. 14-3, reigning champions, and they're looking to kick it off against Warbird tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, coming off that championship, all eyes are on Ocean Man, really, to see if they really are, what they say they are, and to see if they really can just repeat. A little bit rebuilt from last season, lost some of that power, but a lot better drive this year. You can definitely tell.
But we'll have to see how that plays out, because Warbird is a rookie, but this is definitely not an easy first matchup for them. Warbird, a very, very solid robot in testing, a strong titanium spinner. Have to look out for that reliability with that drive and that weapon, but in the end, very powerful, and they could definitely give Ocean Man a run for their money here.
This is probably my most watched rookie. I mean, I'm really excited to see how this bot plays out. Got a tough test for the first match, but it seems like they might be able to smack some sense into Ocean Man. So let's see how this plays out down in the box in the main event.
Here we go. 2 metal spinners looking to duke it out in this fight. Ocean Man coming in, trying to get a good shot there.
Yeah, Ocean Man using the metal spinner, but you can see that improved drive already, just zipping around the arena. Definitely not as powerful as last year, but just still has the same, just dominant style.
Smash Mouth style fighting.
Yeah.
And right there's a nice shot, and it looks like Warbird starting to slow down a little bit. Ocean Man coming in, trying to get some good shots.
It seems like Warbird has lost that weapon. No, it's up again.
But it's definitely not spinning with that same speed it had before. A lot of repeated shots might have started to take a toll. There's another big shot. Ocean Man and flipping over.
Both of these robots using metal spinners, I expected more sparks, but it was actually more of a controlled fight between Ocean Man and just Ocean Man able to get over Warbird, and they're not going to be able to get back over.
Absolute domination there. Ocean Man, this was a very hyped up match, but in the end, the rookie was no challenge for that spinner of Ocean Man. That new anchor blade doing exactly what it needed to do. A few good shots by Warbird, but in the end, it was Ocean Man dictating the pace, getting a good behind shot, trying to flip him over. Just couldn't do anything.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Ocean Man has 2 blades this season. That anchor blade looks impressive. Maybe not as damaging as their other blade, but just a solid showing from Ocean Man. I wouldn't hang your head too low if you're Warbird. I mean, losing to the reigning champ isn't the worst, but definitely need to get some W's in the next couple weeks if they want a shot at that tournament. So at the end of the day, a very impressive performance by the rookies in this episode. I mean, we saw Monstrosity take on Tornado. Definitely let down Team Rookie a little bit, but Loki taking on Topbot, just hitting him. Hypershock, of course. Hive smashing, knocking around Seizure like he's nothing. Just an incredible episode for some of these newer bots.
Definitely. It was a very promising showing for a lot of these bots. We'll have to see how they do in their next fights. But in the end, great performance. Solid main event for Ocean Man. And with that, that's the end of the first episode.
I mean, Ocean Man looks likely to repeat.
Definitely right now. But getting into this next episode, some more big fights on the way. We'll see Blip making their second season debut along with a few other bots. We'll see Ripper making a good debut. And a big main event between 2 big robots with Huge and Mammoth coming up in that one. But for now, that's all from us. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.
Awesome. We'll see you then.